Hey there, artist! Are you ready for some spooky fun? Today we're drawing 12 different Halloween things, from ghosts and bats to owls and pumpkins. Grab your pencil and let's get started with some not too scary Halloween drawing fun. Hi, my name's Kathy, and I've been teaching kids how to draw for over 20 years now. You know, my favorite thing to do is to show students that when you take things one step at a time, learning how to draw just might be easier than you think. For this project, I used a pencil, a thin black marker, and some colored markers. Look for a link to a free step-by-step tutorial in the description below, which does include the template of 12 boxes that you see here. Let's begin by drawing the ghost. You can start with an upside-down U shape for the head. Add one arm on one side with wavy lines underneath. Do the same thing on the other side. Add the sides of the ghost, and then the wavy line at the bottom. Then finish with just 2 circles for the eyes. That owl also begins with a large U shape, so draw the sides and connect them at the bottom. And turn those points on top into ears. Draw 2 large circles for the eyes. Add that pupil shape inside. Draw a little diamond shape between them. And finish with some U shapes underneath for some feathers. The bat can start with a small head shape in the middle of your square. Add circles inside for the eyes. Then the wings are made from a curved line on top and a couple of scallop lines below. A curve and scallops, and that's it. Now for the spider. Start by drawing a circle in the lower part of your square. Add a string that's connected to the top. Draw some bent legs on one side and more bent legs on the other side. And then finish with some circles for the eyes. Here's an easy way to draw a spider web. Begin with the straight lines that are going towards the center of your box. I'm beginning with 4 on top, and then 4 more near the bottom. When that's done, we add rings. So start in the middle and jump from line to line, making straight lines in between them. So this is my second ring. Keep adding more rings, trying to make straight lines as you go. Keep going until you think your spider web is done. It can be a really big spider web or a small one. It's up to you. Now for some clouds. This is my favorite way to draw them, with a flat bottom and kind of puffy shape on top. So let's draw a large one, add a moon shape overlapping it, then erase the line inside so it looks like the moon is in front, and then finish with a smaller cloud up in the corner. Okay, let's move on to the black cat. Start with a U shape for the head. Add the pointy ears on the top. This cat kind of has angled eyes with the black slits in the middle and a little triangle nose. The sides of the body are pretty simple, just curves that go down to the bottom of the box. I can finish off with a curly tail off to one side. Now for that pumpkin. Begin with a circle, draw it about as big as you can inside that box. Then we need the triangle eyes, a little triangle nose, and then a very simple pumpkin mouth because we don't have a whole lot of room here. After that's done, then draw those curved lines inside. I like to start in the middle and then work out from the top to the bottom. And then finish off with a stem above. When drawing stars, I like to start at the top, add the arm, the two legs, and the other arm. If they look a little wobbly, don't worry, I think that makes them all the more charming. That witch hat starts with a large upside down V shape, then a curve to connect those two ends. Add lines and a curve for the rim of the hat, and one more curved line for the band. The broom begins with straight lines for the handle, an upside down U shape for the straw part, add a wiggly line at the bottom of it, and two lines going across. Let's finish up with a large cat face, just like the one we drew earlier. So start with the outside shape that has pointy ears. Add some big angled eyes inside. And finish with a little tiny triangle nose. Once your pencil drawings are done, then I recommend using a thin black marker to trace all of those lines so you can see them really well. Once your tracing is done, then I hope you enjoy coloring in all of your Halloween things. You know, crayons and pencil crayons are fine, but if you have markers, I recommend them because they work so great in all those tiny little spaces. If you enjoyed this lesson, then check out my website, Art Projects for Kids, where you'll find more Halloween tutorials, including one for an easy Frankenstein and a vampire bat. I hope you give them a try too, and I hope you keep on drawing. See you next time.